All right, so December 14th, 2021, day trading recap. I'm having a shitty week. I really, really am. And a lot of it has less to do with what's going on in here and more to do with my current mindset. I keep breaking rules, which is not something that I've been doing recently, but I'm sorry, what am I saying? It's something I've been doing a lot recently, but it's not something I used to do, and I don't know why I'm doing it. Well, I know why I'm doing it. I'm not accepting myself being wrong, and then I end up taking stupid trades, and then one trade leads to the next, and then I just decide today to stop. And then, of course, the things that I was expecting happened, and I don't know what's happened recently. The last Over the last week and this week, I have not been trading well, and as a result of that, I have decided that I'm gonna just take maybe time off or just trade. Um, Trade what's it called, paper trade, because right now I am making bad decisions. All right, so let's go into what happened today. I started off really well, and then I just took one bad trade, and that just took everything out of whack, and I started making bad decisions. I think sometimes one of the biggest challenges for me, whoopsie, one of the biggest challenges for me is we went through this trading range, which is cool. It's just even through this range, I made some poor trades, which is so strange because when we were in this range, I made very good trades, but it was such a volatile range. It was harder to trade because the range was just so large. It was hard to maintain stops, which is weird, right? Because this range is so narrow. It should be easier to trade. Also, you have very clear supports, very clear resistance, really good wedges, really good entries, and yet some of them might be messing up. I remember this day I messed up this entry, very good wedge bottom, three pushes down, entry here, you're testing it the previous day low, good entry long, and I messed it up. Another one here I messed up. I remember this I messed up because of what I did here, and it just messed me up over here, and tilted there. I traded this well. I remember, can't remember what I did here, but I messed up over here in this tight range. Um, it's so today, yeah, and then yesterday, similar thing. Really did some really good trading here. Got here and messed it up. Today did okay here, and I messed it up in this tight range. I don't know, and a lot of it again has to do with, I don't know, maybe it's the way I'm seeing the market. No, it's nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with how I'm seeing the market. It has a lot to do with my mindset, because if you think about it, the way I've traded, I'm not trading according to rules. So I'll give you an example now. So took this long here, got here, actually made good points. Normally I go for 10 points. This actually got to 12, right? But I didn't enter full size because this is where I entered, and my risk was just too high. It was over 10 points. So I traded with half my size. So I was going for, I think, 15 points. We didn't get as far, and then only got 2 points out of it when we got back around here, and I stopped myself out here because I thought, okay, it looks like we're coming back, and then I was a bit annoyed about that. Anyway, this now came down, pulled back, came down again, and then I started taking stupid trades here. I went to a lower time frame, and then everything I made here, I just was now negative and red. And that was where I started to make errors. So typically what would happen is when you see something like this, two things. One, you should expect it, right? Expect it because if you think about it, if you look at the overall structure of what we're doing, market's gone sideways, it's broken out of the range, right? This is a bear breakout, and we're going down. We're kind of in a bear trend. Okay, so if you think about it, this is a tight channel. First pull, first down, pull back, second down, pull back, right? Which is what this is. Didn't read it that way at the time. I thought we are always in long, and I think I read it based on the fact that I thought we had formed a wedge, right? So I thought 1, 2, and 3, but I didn't even count this, so that would not have worked. But I miscounted it. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. With that in mind, you're supposed to just kind of expect certain things, right? And I did not prepare myself for this. Whenever you have a big gap down, usually what happens is the market can either do two things. It could either just quickly rally, not rally, quickly just drop, and in which case you just have a massive bear trend, The price is so over still cheap, even below the average price. Traders are prepared to sell, and that just becomes a massive bear trend from there. It's just a climax. Or you have traders now just buying till it gets to the moving average and then deciding what's going to happen. Because if you think about it, the reason why pullbacks happen is because traders who are trapped out want to get a better price to short. So you can imagine those who wanted to short here and they've missed this here. When they see this, they're going to short. It's come back again and then they short it again, and have a lower low. So that's essentially what's happened. But I didn't see that. At the time, I just saw 3 bull bars, big massive bull bars were always in long. This came back here. So I thought, okay, we're in a trading range. I didn't see this wedge at the time because I don't normally count this as a pullback. I mean, it's not really a pullback, but looking at Al's notes, I realized that in the past I used to, but I didn't. I would have typically bought here anyway because there are buyers here. So I would have looked for a buy here, made up some, and if anything, say I just bought down here as I have done, see, would have made quite a few points. Didn't do that. All right, fine. This came down here, came to the bottom. So I thought, okay, maybe we might just bounce. We didn't. Came down here. So I thought maybe we have a wedge. 1, pullback 2, pullback 3. So I was waiting for the reversal. It didn't happen. I started seeing these bars coming down. And I think that's where I started to get upset. I realized that we're way below the moving average, and I was not sure I wanted to short this because I thought, okay, we've done this, pull back, done this, pull back. We're probably going to reverse soon. Saw this tight range, and I think this is why I started to switch to the NQ. This was not really favorable. We're just going up, down, up, down, up, down. I didn't really like what was happening here. On the NQ, I started taking bad trades at this point. And you see, there's nothing wrong in taking a trade here, right? But I did. But the problem is, see, I counted this as 1, 2, actually this low was below this low. So I thought, okay, this is the first down, second down. This is the third. You should go up above this. So I thought this triggered this. But you remember the first reversal was always minor. This actually was a wedge top, and then it went down, right? So this screwed me out, and I kept on buying the highs. And then I started tilting, buying more, buying a lot, started losing money, and I just threw my whole risk management out of the way. And a lot of it has to do with 1, not trading a plan, 2, not trading the setup, 3, not looking for the setup, 4, not acknowledging what is actually going on in the market. So many things. And I look at it now, and it's not just looking at it now. I know what is going on. But at the time, my mind is focused on my P&L, and I kept looking at it. And I was making bad decisions. I even had an opportunity to get out. I didn't take the opportunity. If you think about it, the market is in a bear trend. We have not crossed or tested the moving average. Look at where we're pulling back, way off the moving average. Maybe another moving average. I mean, it was a moving average on the 2-minute chart. I could have just used that, right? If you notice, on the 2-minute, we were always using this moving average as some sort of, what's it called? Some sort of resistance. And I could have just taken it short here. We had this wedge, should have taken it short. But at the time, I did take it short eventually, but I was just not happy with what I was doing. I think I got stopped out with this pullback. I was not happy with the way I was trading. And you can see we finally made a final bottom, and then we just rallied up. I actually bought this high, pullbacks, got stopped out, and I just thought, screw it, I'm not interested. And that should tell you, if you're buying here, your stop is down here. Instead, I bought here and I put a skunk stop, and I did not size at all because I was tilting. And look at it, we went all the way up. My initial target for going long around here was here. And going and look at, we just, yeah. So there are a few things that I was not happy with today, and a lot of it had less to do with how the market was trading and more to do with what I was doing. We had a nice double top, which is one of the patterns you should expect at the open when you have a big massive gap down. Did not even do that. Massive double top, nice low. See all the entries there I should have marked. Nice measured move targets. And then you have this nice wedge bottom, wedge here, wedge here, wedge here. Saw this actually, but I was so demoralized at this point, I didn't want to buy. I actually saw this. I said, okay, fine. This is probably going to fail. Let's see what's happening. Nice spike channel, saw this first push down. This is actually what triggers it, the wedge down. I said to myself, if I was going to take this, I will not take this short. Why? Only because I just have a feeling that we have rallied down, and we've rallied down strongly. I don't know. I have a feeling we're going up, right? And if we are going up, we should buy the high of this, which is basically what this was. Yeah. So essentially, I was just not with it today. I actually plotted some supply and demand zones, and I said to myself, I could do that, but I could have just bought over here. But then again, see, this is my issue with supply and demand. It's the fact that when you now get to these areas, you get faked out, and I thought, no, this is not how I want to trade either. And as you can see, we had a double top here. You could say there's a 5-minute supply zone if you want, but how do you know? The best way to do it is just go with the price action. You can see it based on the chart. So I just did away with that. Didn't really care for it. I prefer to just look for the wedges, and then just look for price action. Yeah, that was just really it. The fact is, if you think about it, the biggest issue I had today was I traded very small today, and then I tilted because I wanted to make money instantly. It was a psychology of trading today that got me. And this is what I need to just work on. I need to go back, fix that before I can go back to trading, because I'm making a lot of errors. And these errors are beginning to really annoy me, and they're affecting future trades. Today wasn't a hard day to trade. Yes, I messed up over here. There's a nice breakout here. There's a saying that if you are in doubt, trade with a trend. Look for the last breakout. This was the last. If you're here, this is the last breakout. You can buy this. You can sell this. Put your stop up here. Yes, you're risking how much? How many points? 26 points. Trade really small. Why? Because we're coming down here. This is the thing I know, like in trading, is the fact that when you have a breakout, spike, pullback, channel, 3 pushes down, it is a standard pattern. You could say, oh, we had a spike here. Not really, because you have tails on the bars. Here you have bars closing on their lows, very, very big bars. We're definitely going to have a second leg of sorts, pullback, second leg down. So even if you take this sell, putting this here, you would most likely make, look, 17 points. So just little things like that, just really annoying me. And then of course there's so many setups in this. Testing moving average, we came back down, and look at this bull breakout after the move, and this tells you we are going higher. Bulls have taken control, went even higher. First bear bar, bears could not short that and bring it down. Another wedge bottom. For me, the fact that we've done this tells me we're probably even going higher, and this is why I had conviction that this would not fall. When we got over here, we had this double top. Yes, I felt like we weren't going to get any higher after we got over here. I thought we were going to fall, and we did. And so it looks like we're in some sort of range, maybe a lower high. This is a major trend reversal. Maybe on the higher time frame, we'll come down and do a major trend reversal. All in all, I mean, it was a disappointing day as far as psychology is concerned. What I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to trade differently tomorrow. This time, what I will do is I'll paper trade it, because I need to build my confidence up. I don't need to rush into things. I just need to relax. I've been getting anxious, so maybe I'm trading with size positions that are too big. And the thing is, my positions are not big. It's like the position here was small, position here was small. It was when I was losing a bit, and then I started tilting by increasing the positions and just disregarding my risk management. I started making bad decisions. And that for me is the problem. So I want to fix that. So tomorrow we're gonna, figure out what we're gonna do. The other thing again is, if I just be patient, wait for these setups, I will be fine. I see them, and there are actually so many more setups than I'm seeing here. A lot more, but I just don't want to trade those. These are the ones I like, which are measured moves, what's it called, wedges, bull breakouts, bear breakouts, what else again, major trend reversals, wedge failures. These are harder to trade, because when you see this, you have to make a decision. Do you take this? What I find now is, when you're this high, you're probably better just waiting for a second bear bar like this. And if you get a really big bear bar, maybe over here, then you short that one. But this is hard. Maybe you could take a short here for a quick scalp. Because, yeah, you've come all the way here. You've seen this much selling. You probably sell. But over here, maybe not. Because there isn't any area of agreement over here. So I probably will not take this short. Yeah, that's basically it, really. All right, so tomorrow we'll carry on.